Quick question. Have you ever noticed how we never seem to have time to do it right the first time, but somehow we always have time to do it over and over again?
Absolutely. You know what? And the worst part, time doesn't expand to give you that redo moment. You don't get to hit pause to fix your mistakes. You don't get to just pick up where you left off necessarily.
Yeah, there's no 3-day silent retreat where everything else freezes so that you can finally get your life together.
No, absolutely not. You've got to figure out your job and your family and your health, all of your relationships, any of the hobbies that you've chosen. You got to do all of this at the same time.
Yeah, and let's not forget the bonus level, self-care. Because apparently we're all supposed to look and feel like we live inside of a wellness retreat while we're juggling 47 other life tasks.
Yeah, it just so happens the spa day's not coming to save us. So today we're going to talk about how to stop letting the clock run our life and start owning our time. So Bo and I have been feeling like we're in this pressure cooker as of late, and we want to look at this topic again.
Yeah, that's right. Like, we're going to keep reframing this whole time management thing because nobody likes being managed, but we can learn how to own our time.
And we'll break it down through the COIN framework so you can confirm where your hours are going and you can own your decisions, and we can get intentional with schedules and actually change the nature of how we live our days.
Basically, this is about finding a way to thrive without waiting on some magical pause button.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Nature of Everything podcast with Bo and Clint, where we deep dive into the world of personal development through COIN. Confirm it, own it, be intentional, and change the nature of everything.
Hey everybody, look, before we jump in all the way, welcome to the Nature of Everything podcast, where we look at personal development through COIN. Confirm it, own it, be intentional, and change the nature of everything.
I'm Clint.
And I'm Bo.
And we're lifelong friends, probably some accidental philosophers in our own way, but we're the guys behind the COIN framework.
And look, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. We're really glad that you found us, because it's not just a podcast, it's a practice. It's about helping you close the gap in life between where you are and where you actually want to be.
And by the way, we wrote a book, and it's called Confirm It, Own It, Be Intentional, and Change the Nature of Everything in Your Life. And you can find it at coinyourlife.com.
Yeah, we put everything in it that we talk about here, plus more tools, more thoughts, so that you can actually put this stuff to work and start to practice. The book really helps you connect the dots and make sense of all the stuff that we're talking about on the podcast, but we believe that it's the kind of book that you're going to want to read a number of times to really let it sink in.
Absolutely. And look, while you're at it, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search COIN Your Life.
And you know what? Because you're hearing this, you're already part of the conversation now. This community is about growing together one coin at a time. So we're glad you're here. So let's talk about it. Time management. See how much it sucks to even say it like that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the phrase alone just makes me feel like somebody's about to hand me a clipboard and schedule all of my bathroom breaks or something.
Seriously, nobody wants to be managed, not even by their own calendar.
Sure. So how about this instead? How about time ownership? I mean, see how much better that feels just saying it that way? It's like I'm the boss here and I don't need permission for my own bathroom breaks.
Because the truth is, time is not out to get you. It's not your enemy. It's the most predictable thing in your life.
Yeah, it just so happens 24 hours a day, every day, for everybody. I mean, it's constant. And if we feel like it's controlling us, it's probably because we've handed over the keys.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How to take those keys back. How to stop living like you're in a never-ending game of calendar Tetris and start making decisions that actually line up with your priorities.
And we're going to break it down COIN style, so we can actually use those 24 hours. We're not going to just survive them. And at the end, we're going to reveal a new way to think about it, about how time ownership actually creates your identity.
And listen, COIN, it just works. Like, we've used it to COIN big stuff, career decisions, big life changes, and we've used COIN to look at the small stuff. Those little daily choices that either build momentum or they steal it.
Yeah, it's the same process. Whether you're trying to navigate a job transition or just figure out why your mornings always feel like chaos. Confirm it, own it, be intentional. If you map those gaps, it really does change the nature of everything. And best of all, it's repeatable and it keeps you from getting stuck in the same loop over and over.
Yeah, it's not a theory. We've tested this over years of conversations, trial and error, and sort of just testing it over and over with real life messiness. And it works because it's a simple acronym that helps you get honest, and it welcomes you to actually move forward. So let's get into it. Step 1, confirm it. That means being brutally honest about where your time is actually going, not where you wish it was going or where you tell people it's going, but the real deal, the honest truth.
Yeah, like if you tell people like you don't have time for something, but somehow you've watched 3 full seasons of a show this week, like that's not a time problem. That really probably is a choice problem.
Exactly. And look, we're not here to judge your choices. I mean, I've lost whole weekends to binge watching without even thinking about it. But if I'm serious about owning my time, then I've got to confirm the truth of how I'm spending it right now. And that leads us to the next step. I have to own that. And that's where you stop blaming the clock. The clock's not late. The clock didn't sneak up on you. The clock, it's totally neutral.
Yeah, it just so happens it's quite predictable. It's just sitting there, tick, tock, tick, tock.
Wait, did you just realize that we've been blaming the clock going tick-tock while we're wasting our time on TikTok?
That's a little too real. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's like the clock is literally warning us every second, hey buddy, maybe close the app.
Yeah, and we're like, no, I need like 47 more videos of dogs in pajamas.
Exactly. Look, that's the point. Ownership means noticing where your hours are going and deciding if you actually want to keep spending them that way. So, step 3, be intentional. This is where you stop hoping that time will magically organize itself and you actually give it a job.
Yeah, and here's the key. You've got to schedule the important stuff first. Not after work, not after errands, not quote unquote if there's time. It goes in the calendar before anything else can eat it alive.
Because if you wait until you have time, then you've already lost. That time is just going to disappear. And unfortunately, it's not coming back.
Absolutely. So, quick exercise, and this could probably help. Number 1, list your top 3 priorities for the week. And I'd say just start with 3. Number 2, block them off on your calendar first. Even if it's only 30 minutes each, block those off first. And then number 3, treat those blocks like you would if it was a doctor's appointment that, for no reason whatsoever can you cancel. Like these are your top 3, block them out and you don't miss those.
Yeah, like one idea that I really like is the best hours audit. Look back at your last week and figure out the time of day when you had the most energy and the most focus. That's when you should be working on your most important stuff.
Yeah, don't waste your best brain hours on email or scrolling on random stuff. If you're sharpest from 8 to 10 a.m., that's when you write that proposal. That's when you plan your trips. That's when you work out or whatever's top on your list. I mean, if you're doing that, that's intentionality. That's being intentional. It's truly confirming when you are at your best, owning it, and then taking that intentional step around what is true for you. You should intentionally doom scroll TikTok when you know you've already done all of the other stuff or when you know that you're going to be least productive. That alone could be a huge game changer.
And here's a bonus. Create a don't list. It's literally a list of stuff that you're going to decide not to spend time on right now. You'd be surprised how much mental space that can free up. Like we all love a to-do list, but the truth is that most of us are drowning because our to-do list is full of stuff that's not urgent or important or not even ours to do.
And here's the magic. When you name it and you put it on that don't list, your brain actually stops pretending that it's even still on the table. That frees up an insane amount of mental space.
Like maybe you've been meaning to start a side hustle, or you've been meaning to repaint the guest room or train for a marathon. I mean, all at the same time, probably. Look, you might love all those things, but right now, they might have to go on that don't list.
Sure, and you know what? That's not quitting. It's not giving up, but it's strategic. You're actually telling yourself, I'm not doing this right now because I'm choosing to focus on something else that is important.
Yeah, and look, that's a perfect coin move. Confirming what's actually on your plate, owning the fact that you can't do it all at once, intentionally setting it aside, and changing the nature of your workload from overwhelming to achievable, that's coin.
Intentionality. It's just about putting the right things in the right places on purpose. That's how you stop feeling like you're reacting to life and start feeling like you're running it. That's time ownership.
And you know what that does, right?
I do. It leads us right into changing the nature of everything, where you don't just tweak your schedule, you change your relationship with time. You move from time is slipping away from me to time is my asset, time is my tool, and it's my responsibility to own time.
And the cool part is, once you see time differently, you act differently. There's a great quote from Annie Dillard, and she says, "How we spend our days is how we spend our lives." And that one smacks you right in the face if you think about it. And I only say that because it smacks me right in the face.
100%, because you can't keep saying that this is your busy season for the next 5 years straight. Like, seasons change, but they only change if you take the opportunity to change.
And look, there's science to back this up. The Harvard Business Review did a study on time affluence. And basically, it's like the feeling that you have enough time. And people who deliberately redesign their schedules to match their values, they reported more happiness than people who, for example, just got a pay raise.
So, more joy than money? Like, let that sink in.
Yeah, and changing the nature of your time, it might mean protecting your mornings for your more creative work, or it might mean shutting the laptop at 5 p.m. and actually being present with your kids instead of just being in the same room.
It also might mean saying no to things that don't line up with your priorities, even if it's good stuff. Like, I'm not saying that it's completely irrelevant, but every yes is a no to something else. So you're actually trading your hours. Just make sure that you're always trading up.
Yeah, and here's the motivational piece. The minute that you take back ownership, you stop living in a constant state of, I'll get to that someday, because someday's now.
Absolutely. It's like what Seneca said. It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. We've got the time. We just have to choose how we use it.
Yeah, and that's what change the nature is all about. Making those small, intentional shifts until they compound into a life that you actually want to live.
Because if you change how you spend your day, you change how you live your life.
Let's just pause here for a second, because this isn't the time to start beating yourself up over every wasted hour for the last decade. That's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah, and we're not here to hand out like guilt trophies. This is about practice. Again, it's not about perfection.
Exactly. Like we talked about this before. Discipline feels like punishment, but practice is about showing up and just trying again.
Right. You didn't nail it today. Cool. Whatever. Okay. That's a rep. Your repetitions matter. So try again tomorrow. Maybe just try a little better.
Yeah, it's like building muscle. Like one workout doesn't make you ripped, but look, every rep makes you stronger. It's the same with time ownership.
And here's the thing, messing up, guess what? It's part of the process. If you're experimenting with your schedule and your priorities, you're going to get it wrong sometimes. Like we've always said, that's not failure. That's feedback. That's gathering data for your next attempt.
Yeah, so give yourself permission to get it wrong, as long as you're committed to keep practicing until it starts to feel natural.
Because the win isn't the, quote, I finally had the perfect calendar. The win is I keep showing up to own my time day after day after day.
And here's the real thing. Like everybody's heard prioritize your time before. We've all read the blogs. We've seen the quotes. But here's a twist that you might not have thought about. The way that you spend your time isn't just a reflection of your priorities. It's literally shaping your identity in real time.
Yeah. Your schedule is basically a workshop where your future self is getting built. Every choice you make with the hours that you get, that's you casting a vote for the kind of person that you want to become.
Yeah, and the wild part is, most of us are accidentally building someone that we don't actually want to be.
Exactly. You can spend, 3 hours every night just mindlessly scrolling, and you might tell yourself, hey, I'm just relaxing. But Are you just relaxing, or are you actually practicing, becoming a passive version of something that you don't actually want?
Or maybe you say yes to every request at work because you don't have time to say no. And without meaning to, you're practicing being someone whose priorities always come last.
So here's a fresh take. Stop thinking of time ownership as just a way to get more done. Start thinking of it as a way to design your identity.
Yeah, because you're not just scheduling tasks, you're scheduling reps of being the person that you want to become. And if you start treating your calendar like it's a blueprint for your identity, it stops being a list of chores and it starts to become a design plan for your life.
So here's a challenge for all of us this week. And let's not overcomplicate it. Just ask yourself one question. Like every time you spend your time, ask yourself this question. Is this a vote for the person I want to become? That's it. Like that's all you have to ask yourself. Is this a vote for the person I want to become? Because every yes or no is a ballot that you're casting for your future self.
I love that. And if it's a yes, do it on purpose. And if it's a no, either drop it or shrink it so that it stops stealing your best hours, or even worse, your whole life.
And here's the beauty of it. You don't have to win 100% of the votes. You just have to win most of them. Like an election, the majority determines the outcome.
Yeah, let's steer clear of that now.
That's fair. Okay, then think of it more like, I don't know, like your playlist. Maybe most of the songs just need to actually be the ones that you like to hear.
Exactly. Win most of your days and you win your life. Stack enough good tracks together and your whole soundtrack changes.
So go try it. This isn't about time management. It's about time ownership. And time ownership is about identity management. Your calendar is your blueprint. That's what you just said, right? Your calendar is your blueprint. So make sure that it's building someone you actually want to be.
Look, and if you need more tools for that, go grab the Coin book at coinyourlife.com. Follow us on socials and join in on the conversation. We're all in this together, and we're learning how to spend our days in ways that change the nature of everything.
All right, so you know what? That's it for today. So go own your time, and by doing that, go own your life.
I dig it.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out coinyourlife.com and find us on social media.